Well, good day, folks. It's been a while since I've been with you. Sorry about that. Ted here. Greetings from sunny Manitoba this afternoon. This morning it was quite cloudy. The toque, as a reminder, hunting season is upon us in different forms. Right now I think it's black powder. Yeah, you'll see a vest I had to break down. Visited the folks at Cabela's because last winter I left my vest I had for many years in a truck stop down in the US. Remembered it later in the day, didn't want to turn around and go back. So I didn't. Okay, today my topic is all about something near and dear to my heart because you see, we normally like to eat, right? Okay, we can eat with our fingers. Definitely Kentucky Fried Chicken, pizza, spare ribs. Oh, love those things. Okay, you get the idea. And with that comes along the what do we use besides our fingers? Well, now things are sorted in a jumble here in the bag, okay? Sort of try and keep them a little on the clean side. And after this little excursion, we'll clean them again. Okay. Now, I spent 25 years in the Army. We had a KFS, knife, fork, spoon. The knife had it wasn't just a flat handle, it had a curled edges and two tabs, okay? Like this. And the spoon and fork would go in there and it all clipped together. Well, next best thing. This is from the good folks at GSI, if I remember correctly. Yes, it is. This was one of my things that I picked up. And it's turned out quite well. I like the size of the spoon. Guys have bigger mouths. That's what women always say anyway. Okay. And they're good. And I got a couple of them, okay? That's one way of doing it. If you're going distance hiking and such, it's kind of heavy. And the thing on here is a UST carbiner. Okay, so that was one way. Of course, the other way, I'm going to leave them in the bag. Anyway, there's a knife down here, fork here, spoon here. You get the idea. And yes, I've heard those that are on the AT and such, these different trails, hikers, that for a while they tried out McDonald's or wherever, takeout spoons. That works. These are from a kit that my wife had a big box of them, okay, for picnics. Right here, when the family comes to have a barbecue outside, we would use them. Also, styrofoam, didn't like much, but good quality. I think it was China Lily or something like that. Bowls and plates, the ones that the liquid doesn't go through it and get on your lap or whatever. So there's them. Well, as I got more and more into the outdoor things and that, I bought a Pathfinder kit, a water bottle, stove. Yes, and it came with this light my fire, and we've seen them on sport, right? And then, of course, about this, I think a little bit before that, the titanium one. I must admit now, I have some preferences, but we'll get to that. Okay, now for my fishing kit, I needed something too. The kit that I take in the car for hunting and fishing, and this is a Snow Peak. And you've seen these before, I'm sure, okay? The blue, I'm sure, is some kind of, it's a coating because it's starting to wear off along the tips. And then, I forget what I was purchasing, and I went to, this is a Soto, and I'll bring it up closer. I do want you to see the bottom of it, flat. And I gave that some thought for quite a while. I like it, the fact that it does fold down. You close that up, slide the clip like that, and it's locked. Okay. Now, eating from a freeze-dried pouch with any of those, they're kind of short. So one fine day, my friendly Cabela's, I had an excuse to stop there for something else. And this one, come on, I'm not seeing any. Oh, it's a Tokes. Okay, nice long spoon, rounded. Okay. Now, you notice with everything except this kit, and here, of course, the plastics, there was a knife. Well, today I just threw in my Mora. This is the one I tend to take out when I'm out hiking a bit and say, okay, just in case we have to cut something, here's a Mora, and the only thing is this one's not stainless. No, it's carbon. So there we go. We have a knife now. We can cut up our steak or whatever we're eating. All right. Now, the knife could be any knife. Your Swiss Army knife, yeah, it gets a little bit messy if you a folding knife. You know what it's like when you get food in it, trying to get it cleaned out. Well, for me, what's the advantages and disadvantages of each? Well, I must admit, the plasticware, when they get cold, they break easy. They melt if you put them in the pot that's still sitting on the stove or fire, but they're inexpensive, okay? Now, this set, oh yes, I got it all tied up in knots. Okay, anyway, I believe it was around $15.95 for the 3-piece set. And really handy, yeah, for ordinary camping in my camper trailer and all that stuff. Definitely these go. Now, when I got down to this one, like I said, it came in a water bottle kit with a stove and mug and all that stuff, and the carrying pouch, you know, the one from Pathfinder School. Handy, and yeah, it's in a copy. Well, look at them. They're partners, right? I don't know how long it will last. It's 3 degrees centigrade right now. That's why I'm dressed with a fleece on, plus the vest, because, and it's still flexible. You can see it still bends, so that's great. I don't know how long it would last. Titanium one, nice and light. Now the advantage, of course, is you can eat soup with it quite readily, right? And along with that, we could say custard, you know, yogurt. When we look at this one, it does have a bowl in it, but still, where the tines are, you know, not so good for the soup and custard and stuff. This one, flat bottom, it's even worse, right? So, it has the advantage. Now you can take this sticky handle or spoon and reverse it. Fits in your palm quite well, and yep, the fork. The serrations on the side, well, to me, they might be helpful. I don't know. I do like the tines are rounded and smooth on this one. Not so much here. It is wearing a little bit. And of course, this guy I used the other day. Okay. I forget what I was eating. Anyway, I know. a bowl of cold cereal. I did it for a trial. I wanted to get the, you see, I have a problem. At one time, back in the 70s, I was in the army in Europe, and at the cafeteria, I got fish and chips for lunch at noon. Swallowed a bone, and also got some bone pokes in my mouth. Took till 4 o'clock in the morning to get that bone out of my throat. I've always had a problem with anything in my mouth that pokes me. Now, yeah, not comfortable in my mouth. Okay, it actually scratches a little bit when I do this. Now this one, different shaped, and of course they're all a little different. If we bring them together, look at the tines on them. I'm gonna have to turn this one so you can see the folding one, collapsible one. Though they're aiming upwards much more. Okay, they're all different, and I found that they're not comfortable in my mouth when I'm using these two. That's right, they're not comfortable. Well, I'm not going to throw them out. I probably, even though I bought 2 of these guys, I would love to get them a rounded bowl spoon, collapsible spoon. I can eat steak with a spoon if I cut it up with Old Faithful, right? Do I take steak out when I go out in the bush? No, because first off, I don't go far, and so that's a thing to be considered. I don't normally take a large amount to eat because I'm not out for a long period of time, and I don't work hard to burn up those calories and need them. So this has been my experience. Now, hands down, yep, and yes, it's a little long. It won't fit in the pouch of my Pathfinder water bottle. No, it would go down beside the bottle, but not in the pouch at the front. So, something to give thought to. I'm sure there are great ones out there, and I'm going to be seeing the end of these 2 guys less and less usage, I think. Unless in desperation, yeah. For soup, no. Stirring coffee, yeah. Eating stew, okay, it's lumpy. Right? And that's going to be it. For me, yeah, I'll be looking for what is the perfect utensils to use without laying out an arm and a leg and buying a whole bunch. I thought it'd be interesting to bring this to you. Get your thoughts and this time of the day. And I'm sure some of you are going to have good ideas. And yes, I know. Chopsticks, I got a pair of plastic ones in the house that I bought from a restaurant. Actually, the restaurant gave them to me. The Chinese restaurant I used to like, my wife and I used to go to. And when I went and ate there, I could eat the entire meal with chopsticks, except for, of course, we didn't have consommé soup. But with chopsticks, I could even eat almonds that were covered with sweet and sour sauce and all that stuff. Rice. It surprised me. I was able to do it. And most in this part of the world, Chinese restaurants, by and large, unless you're Oriental or ask for them, you're not going to get chopsticks. You're going to get knife, fork, and spoon. Anyway, that's it. I hope this has given you a bit of humor, something to think about. Maybe there's someone out there that hasn't really started the idea of taking something to eat with. Well, hopefully that gave you a little bit to think about. Desperation, yeah, you can always take more than one. Just in case, if you're out for one meal, take more than one. If you break it, of course you can always eat out of your mug, can't you? Okay, that's going to be it for a little humor for you. And hopefully, I'm looking forward to seeing some interesting comments, some thoughts, possibly some really great ideas. Have a good time. Talk to you soon. Ted's clear.